are you doing? What's your name?
Billy.
Wee. I like that name. Have you been a good little boy?
Yes. Yes.
How old are you, Billy?
I'm 26. I'm an entertainment lawyer in Beverly Hills.
Here's what I'm wearing, Billy.
Wearing out things that nobody wears. You call my name, but I gotta make clear.
Silk see-through miniskirt.
Can't say, baby, where I'll be in a year.
And lace panties underneath.
Some slick hog mama with a face like a gent. Said, but get up and go, must have got up and went. Well, I got good news, she's a real good liar. Cause the backstage of broke set your pants on fire.
You're really hot, Billy. What are you gonna do to me?
You can't catch me cause a rabbit done died. Yes, it did.
Yes, Billy.
Standing in front just shaking your ass.
What else?
I take you backstage, you can drink from my glass. I talk about something you can sure understand.
Can you hold on for just a second?
Cause a month on the road now that you
All, Billy? It's been real fun, Billy.
Yeah.
Call me again sometime, honey.
Optimus Prime!
I want the Beetle. I'll work here every day for a year.
It's yours, kid.
Do you speak? You sound like a little bumblebee. Only person you can show yourself around is me.
So let's say we're driving and all of a sudden, somebody's there, hide! You serious?
Let me see if I can fix it.
And pray this message finds you. Our war rages on fresh.
The voice mentioned a war. You're hiding from something?
The criminal from our world is hiding on yours. Our common enemy isn't found.
We'll burn the whole planet to cinders. Take it down!
My back feet!
B-127. You must protect Earth and its people.
Thank you.
Run! Do not run!
She ran.
Bumblebee, what have you done?
I am so screwed.
championship week, though, happens. And, again, I can't say, before I get to championship week, I can't say enough about how happy I was to see Ohio State roll. Just absolutely crush Meat Chicken like that. Because how in the world... First of all, if you're watching ESPN before the game, Herbie even, all of them, sitting there talking about Meat Chicken versus Northwestern for championship week. They're not even giving Ohio State a chance.
A chance. Nobody gave Ohio State a chance.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I mean...
And now, this gives you how ESPN really feels about Ohio State.
Well, I mean...
This is another one of those situations where you see their bias against Ohio State. Now, was Meat Chicken a better team on paper?
On paper, and that's why they were doing that. And tell you the truth, I wasn't picking Ohio State. I sure the hell wasn't.
Ohio State for one reason, because I'm a fan.
Now, let me ask you this: would you put money down on it?
I had the opportunity to put money down on it and didn't. So the answer to that is no.
Okay.
Lady that sits next to me at
so
work, she is a huge Meat Chicken fan, and I tease her so. And you saw it on Facebook, right? That meme about remember to tell all Meat Chicken fans that you see keep their hands at 10-2 on the steering wheel, just like their record.
10-2.
10-2, baby. 10-2 driving down the road for Meat Chicken. So, anyhow, I was really happy to see him win that game after nobody gave him a chance. Everybody's picking against him, even Ohio State. And see, that's it, man. If you're an Ohio State player, former player, and you work for ESPN, you're not allowed to be a Buckeye fan because they hate us. So that goes back to this last summer when that whole thing was going on with Tim Smith. They hate Ohio State at ESPN. It's just a fact. We might as well just all accept it. If you're a Buckeye fan, just get used to it. That's the way it is. You're hated. It's Ohio against the world. It's okay. So, they don't treat Alabama that way. They don't treat anybody else that way. The only team that they pick on is Ohio State. If you see Ohio State lose, they show their highlights every 10 minutes on SportsCenter. And if they win, they show them every 20 minutes. These are facts.
Wow.
These are facts. I mean, I understand. You want to, everybody wants to hem-ho about it and be like, Iconic is not this bad. Well, yeah, it is.
I don't think it's as bad as you think it is.
Even going into championship week, Joey Galloway, Ohio State player, now works for ESPN. He said, I don't care how much they beat Northwestern by, and if Alabama rules, which, by the way, we'll get to in a minute, if Alabama rules against Georgia, or if Texas wins against Oklahoma, even if all those things happen, Ohio State's still not getting in because of their loss to Purdue. Now, I'll grant you, I agree. I don't have a problem with the Final Four. Okay, I've been saying, how many weeks did I say in a row that I picked those 4 teams? I picked those 4 teams consistently throughout the season.
Yeah.
And why? Because I knew Meat Chicken was going to choke on it against Ohio State. They always do.
You was hoping they would.
Well, he can't beat Urban Meyer. We'll get into that in a minute.
Well, that's
Let's
true.
Let's get into it now. Before we talk about championship week, Urban Meyer announces his retirement this week on Tuesday.
All right. Yep. So
he's done. He's going to retire after the Rose Bowl, which Ohio State plays against Washington Huskies.
Yes.
Then, after that game, Ryan Day is taking over as head coach at Ohio State. Ryan Day is 3-0 because he gets credit for those 3 wins at the beginning of the season because Urban Meyer was suspended because of the Tim Smith incident. So, we are hiring an undefeated coach. He's 3-0 at Ohio State. Already has a winning record. So, there you go. What were you said Diamondback, you had some questions about all this.
Well,
as an Ohio State fan, I'll try to answer that.
No, as an Ohio State fan, do you really like the Ryan Day hire?
Do I really like it? I kind of wish maybe that they would have said, okay, we're going to do a nationwide search to see what we can get. However, I like the Ryan Day hire because I like where the offense was this year. I like the fact that he seemed to be able to handle all the pressure, preparation, and everything for those 3 games that he coached. Even though the last 2 games, Urban Meyer was at practice those 2 weeks, as we remember back to that incident. But he was the head coach throughout the week. and throughout all 3 weeks, and for the games and preparation.
Okay.
So I like Ryan Day. You look around the country, was there really anybody that, number one, was an Ohio guy, and number two, was someone that would have come in and been Urban Meyer? I mean, at that level.
Now, this is going to hit you. What do we got?
Nothing.
Okay. This is going to hit you and hit you kind of hard. You might have that stretch that I have always said Ohio State fans have never had, where you just they're struggling to find that right coach. I mean, you guys have went from Woody Hayes straight to Earl Bruce. Earl Bruce knew what it was all about. Boom, you got a guy that knew the stuff. Turn around and went from Earl Bruce to John Cooper. John Cooper knew about Ohio State, was that, and he was a good coach and everything over that. He just could not beat his rival. Then you went straight into Jim Tressel, straight into Urban Meyer.
Well,
now you got somebody that hasn't. This is the first time I think I heard that you've had nobody that's been tested, battle tested. I know he's got 3 wins under his belt, and I'm happy for him. I'm not saying he's not a good guy. I really wish him well, but is he going to be that top-notch coach? That's what I'm wondering.
Well, I think only time will tell as far as that goes, Diamondback.
Right.
However, I will say this. People have said this week, have come out and said, well, how can you hire a guy that's, first of all, not from Ohio? So maybe he doesn't understand the rivalry with Meat Chicken. I'll tell you what. He has been an assistant coach for 3 years under Urban Meyer.
Correct.
He gets the rivalry.
He knows the rivalry. He understands that. And I'm not saying John Cooper didn't. It's just John Cooper struggled. It's just like you can't say that.
Struggled is nice.
You can't.
Diamondback, you're being nice by saying struggled.
I know.
I mean, and I like John Cooper as a coach. He was the best recruiter we've ever had.
It's like your guy up there in Michigan. Okay, I know he's not your guy, but
can you imagine? Can you imagine putting John Cooper's recruiting with Urban Meyer's coaching? Oh my God, we'd have been 12.
Well, Urban Meyer could. Not that
Urban Meyer couldn't recruit. Don't get me wrong on that.
Right.
Urban Meyer could certainly recruit, but no one recruited like John Cooper. I mean, we had NFL talent across the board on those teams at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were going to say, I'm sorry, Dan.
No. And the reason I say this is going, I called it on Monday or Tuesday when they announced it. It was Monday, right? They announced it, I do believe. Monday or Tuesday they announced it. Anyways.
The beginning of every week for Iconic is a blur.
A blur, okay.
Because of working 2 jobs right now.
So, anyways, they announced it, and I thought, man, this is going to hurt them on recruiting for this time around. And they have already had 2 decommits.
Yeah.
You've had a 4-star out of the class of 2020. This is a class of 2020 coming in, and that's I'm going to mess his first name up, Lejon Javias.
Okay.
I messed that name completely up. Announces that he decommitted from Ohio State. The other one is Jake Ray. He decommits, and he's committed. He's changed over to. No, I'm sorry. It does not say who he has flipped over to. Neither one of them. I was reading a third guy that had decommitted, but that he decommitted back on October 7th. So, I mean, and why he would decommit and go to Indiana, I would not know. Why would you flip from Ohio State to Indiana? You got a scholarship offer here.
Wow, more plenty. I don't know.
I'm just, why, you know? Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, that's like going from Alabama to Vanderbilt.
Precisely.
Or worse. Kentucky had a good year.
Kentucky had a good year this year.
Credit this year.
Yes.
So, but nonetheless, I mean, hey, you're going to lose some commitments whenever you change a coach.
Yep.
I don't care who the coach is, what the name is, you're going to lose some commitments. I think Ryan Day is going to be fine enough for time. The thing I wonder about Martell, the quarterback that's probably going to be the quarterback next year.
Yes.
I feel like Haskins is going to go pro. No matter what happens in the Rose Bowl or Saturday at the Heisman, and we'll get to that in a moment as well. But I think he's going to go pro after that game.
I think so.
Now, the only reason I wouldn't if I was him, because if you can come back, you're going to play for a coach that wants a throwing quarterback.
Yep.
The only thing you can say about Urban Meyer is Urban Meyer doesn't want a throwing quarterback. Meyer wants a guy who can run the ball as well. Now, Haskins did start to run the ball as the season wore on here, but I think that was because of that Tate Martell coming in the package there and taking away snaps from Haskins, and Haskins like, wait a minute, let me show you a little something here, Coach. I can run too. Okay, now maybe I can't run down the field 50, 60 yards, but I'll get us a first down and we'll go 1st and 10 from there.
Yes.
And then I can throw the ball 80 yards because I got the most beautiful spiral in college football. And the fact of the matter is he does. So he certainly could go pro. They're talking about him as a top 5 draft pick this coming year already. And we all know quarterbacks go early. Teams go after quarterbacks in that draft.
Oh, yeah.
So he could certainly go top 5, top 6. The only reason I would stay if I was him is because now you have a coach who wants a throwing quarterback, who throws first, run second.
Right.
Unlike Urban Meyer, who was the other way around.
Yeah.
Run first, throw second. And Tate Martell is that quarterback. He's the quarterback who wants to go out there and run and then throw. And I'm wondering how that's going to work with Ryan Day as the head coach when he wants to do the opposite of that.
Yeah, he's going
That's the question I have about that. And if I was Tate Martell, I'd be a little concerned about that.
Yeah.
Here you are. You've been waiting in the wings all year. You've gotten some playing time because Urban wants that running quarterback in there in certain circumstances. So all of a sudden you have the running quarterback in the game. Thanks to Urban Meyer. Ryan Day feels the exact opposite. Ryan Day wants to throw the ball. So how's that going to affect Tate Martell?
How's that going?
That's my question.
How's that going to affect you as a fan? Because you are just like Alabama, run. And this year's been very weird for us. Seeing a. So you're going to enjoy it.
I have enjoyed it. I personally, you're a quarterback. What is the main job of a quarterback?
To throw.
To throw the freaking ball. When did it come you have to run 80 yards every time you have the ball as a quarterback? Throw the freaking ball.
Well, that's what football used to be, is run over the defense. They never threw the ball back then.
Right.
It was actually illegal to do a forward pass.
Yeah. It'd be amazing how far we could go.
You go.
So, I mean, I personally, I like a throwing quarterback. And a little update on the CBJ. It's now 2-2.
2-2.
So they've both scored here in the last couple of minutes while I was going through all that. 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the first in that game. The game at Philly. Go CBJ. Tied at 2. So, yeah, I wonder how it will affect Tate Martell because he is more of a running quarterback. I'm sure Ohio State has recruited. I didn't get a chance to check it out this week. But I'm sure there's other quarterbacks that are coming in. And I wonder when Ryan Day is going to flip this around and get his guy to be the quarterback of the system. Because, the thing is, if Tate Martell is talented enough, he'll just run Urban Meyer's offense until he gets his own quarterback in there.
Until he finds somebody he wants.
Until he finds the next Dwayne Haskins, who's going to throw 400 yards a game. 400 to 500 yards every freaking game.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. I'm sure we will.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. So, let's talk about the conference championship week here. Big Ten, Ohio State beats Northwestern 45-24. You'll notice I always start with Ohio State.
That's understandable. This is an Ohio show. I'm not mad about that.
Okay, I'm not even going to mention you next. Pac-12, Washington beats Utah 10-3. SEC, Bama gets by Georgia.
I'm sorry.
35-28.
I'm sorry. What? Who got best? That's right. Defending.
Alabama, the defending national champions, and maybe going to be again. We will see. ACC, Clemson clobbers Pitt 42-10. Big 12, Oklahoma beats Texas. Texas, you had one job. One freaking job!
They didn't do it.
Bless it. 39-27 Oklahoma. In the American, no one cares, but UCF beat Memphis 56-41. Diamondback.
What?
What the heck?
What the heck?
What the heck?
What the heck?
The conspiracy theories abound.
No.
They abound. You guys did not play your best game against Georgia.
Is this your?
You did not. It's not a rant.
Okay. You got to say it's time.
I'm saving my rant for pro football because you guys, good Lord, the Steelers. Anyway, so conspiracy theories abound. Answer to it. You guys play dead. You didn't play your game against Georgia.
No,
you didn't
we
even
didn't.
try. You barely. Come on, you didn't even show up. What was that? 35-28.
We showed up.
Barely beat Georgia.
We showed up.
You ruled everybody else by 20 points, and then you
Yeah.
said we're going to barely beat this team because we want to get 2 SEC teams in the Final Four. You did your
Nah.
best to make that happen.
I'm not all for that now, and I'm telling you this right now. If Bama would have lost that game, I would have wanted them out. I'm sorry. As a fan, I would want them in, but as an objective person looking at it, I would say no. You had your playoff. This is a playoff. I'm sorry. The championship games are playoff games.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. You lose one of those, you're done. You don't get a little bonus because you barely squeaked by.
Well,
or
you guys didn't want to play Georgia again anyway. We were talking
no,
about
we
this
was
before the
yeah.
show.
So, well, hold on there.
Got a call.
Got a call coming in.
All right. Okay, who do we have, caller?
Caller, who do we have? Hello, caller.
Poor man's Big Ben.
Hello, caller.
All right, let's give that number one more time. 614-996-8389. That's 614-996-8389. That is the new hashtag Saved the Crew phone line. Not sure what happened on that. We'll try back again, caller. We'll see if we can get you this next time. We're working out the bugs. Tonight's kind of a practice night, and we're going to get better, of course, because we always do. We are the iconic duo and Diamondback, so of course we're going to get better.
Yep, I got to figure out these mics. I've had to turn on different mics, by the way.
But
we're going to keep these in
keep
front of us.
playing with stuff and get through it. We'll just keep talking. By the way, everybody, got a quick update here. They must have taken a goal away from Philadelphia. It's 2-1. Columbus Blue Jackets are ahead. 2-1 Jackets.
All right.
With 30 seconds to go in the first, the Jackets are winning 2-1. Philly's goal must have gotten reversed. We'll check on the highlights on that later. So 2-1 Jackets. 30 seconds to go. We're trying to call again.
All right, we got the caller ready. Hello, caller.
Who do we have?
Lewis Drummond.
Hey, Lewis.
Hey, Lewis. All
My
right.
guy. How are you, buddy?
What's up, man?
You know, we're just sitting here having fun, talking sports. Just talking about.
I finally got through.
Yeah, I see that. You finally got through. Congratulations. He couldn't get through on another phone line.
Couldn't get through on the other phone line.
Yeah, at the other place, so
And-
we won't be great on the air.
Oh, hey.
So Lewis, how's it going, buddy?
It goes, man. How's you doing?
Really good, really good. What do you?
I'm watching your show, and gotta say you're doing excellent work, man. You're doing God's work.
Well, thank you. I tell you what, this does not feel like work. This is fun. Talking sports and just hanging out with Diamondback here that I've been friends with for over 20 years. That's why we can joke around like that and just have a good time. What do you think about the championship game? That's what we're talking about right now. The SEC championship game. Do you think that Alabama tried to lay down and let Georgia in the Final Four as well?
No. And the reason I say that is I think because Saban is such anal retentive about winning.
That's true.
I just can't see him trying to lay down so Georgia could win. I think he wants to win every game. I mean, that's what's expected of him.
Yeah.
That's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And he did it. I mean,
they did win. We just
but I didn't think they were a top four. Even if they lost.
Right.
I'm with you. I think they got the right four for the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like I said, as a Buckeye fan, obviously I wanted to see Ohio State there, but we didn't really deserve to be there after losing to Purdue the way they did.
No, you can't lose to Purdue.
You can't.
If they had lost like by a touchdown or so, or even a field goal, I think that would have been more acceptable.
Right.
But to go and get schooled by over four touchdowns to a team that you were favored by, there's no way they should be in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's just
I'm
ugly.
sorry, I know that's going to disappoint some OSU fans, but hey,
well, no, you got to face.
You have to win every game.
You got to win.
You have to win every game, and you got to win the games you're supposed to win.
By a lot. You got to crush. I mean, that's the thing, and that's that. I think that was the second thing that Ohio State did wrong. Not only did you lose to Purdue like that, but then you started scraping by other teams you should have just dominated and crushed. You know.
Let's face it,
you know.
OSU's defense, other than I mean, against Michigan, they still gave up 39 points.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
that was supposed to be their best game. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I was glad to see, like, Mr. Harrison finally make an appearance.
That looked like a Big 12 game, didn't it?
But but their defense. I mean, their secondary. I still can't understand how that when the ball's in the air, the quarterbacks cannot look back at the ball.
Yeah.
They picked up so many penalties, this year. I mean, you got to figure by game 11, you got to figure that out because the rest were calling it. They were clearly calling it, and they still missed it.
Well, I think it's a coaching thing. I've felt that way for a while on that, Lewis, is that I think it's a coaching thing where they're not being taught to look back for the ball.
No.
And here's my prediction. I think that with Ryan Day as coach, I think you're going to probably see some changes on the defensive side of the ball. I think Larry Johnson's job is safe, but I think their linebacker coach and their secondary guy, so I wouldn't be surprised if the change is made.
So how do you feel about the Ryan Day hire as a Buckeye fan?
I'm leery of it because, I mean, he probably, if he had coaching experience at another school before getting his job, I'd probably be less of it. But we all know the glare of LSU football, and he's either going to step up or he's going to, or we're going to be in for a world of hurt. We don't know yet. He had a 3-game tryout, but he's still a very unknown commodity here.
Well, that's a
in the
fact.
coaching game.
I mean, I guess I feel good about it just because he has been around the program for 3 years now. I think he understands the rivalry and, the importance of beating meat chicken. I think that, but however, you are right in the fact that it's not like he's a known name. It's not like when they went and got Urban Meyer. That was an exciting day as a Buckeye fan.
Well, even Jim Tressel. Jim Tressel, that was another. I mean, all these, as I said, it was like 1945 since you guys have had a no-named coach.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
we did have Luke Fickell for 1 year.
Well,
but
Luke
he came
Fickell,
off the staff
but he came off the staff.
We kind of needed some, but so was Ryan Day.
Yeah. Once again, he's just come off the staff.
Yeah.
And he was just labeled as an interim coach. He wasn't named as a head coach.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
That's true. That's a good point. Fickell was never named head coach.
I think, they're Ohio State. I think you have to do a national search. You have to get the best. I'm not saying that Ryan Day may have gotten a job or he may not have, but you're Ohio State. You can throw buku money at the best coach out there because obviously you're not going to get Nick Saban, but there are capable coaches out there, or assistant coaches, for that matter, that may have a little bit more going on than Ryan Day. Maybe have a little bit more prior coaching experience, maybe at a lower level, but at least a head coach. Because you know as well as I do, it's different being a head coach from assistant. It's like an assistant coach, you have training wheels. With a head coach, you don't have training wheels. You are the guy. You're the guy that's going to have to get up in front of the recruits' families. You're the guy that's going to have to do the press conferences when you win or lose.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, no, it really is. But
I agree with that. But I'm still happy with the hire. But maybe if we'd have just paused for a second, if Ohio State would have just paused and said, okay, let's see what's out there. Let Ryan Day interview for it, and take it from there. Who knows?
And you guys have a better chance of pulling Nick Saban away from Alabama than anybody else because he doesn't want to go and have to do a rebuild again. He's done with his rebuilding.
Yeah.
He's proven himself. I can rebuild programs.
But on the flip side, does Nick Saban want to come into Ohio State and do? Because coaches have tremendous egos.
Correct.
It's always been the Nick Saban versus Urban Meyer. That's been that debate. I don't think Nick Saban's ego would allow him to take the Ohio State job, no matter how much money they throw at him, because he doesn't want to follow an Urban Meyer shadow.
No,
he's been a rival. They've been rivals for years.
Right. No, yeah.
I just don't. I just can't see it. But I do think, like I said, they should have did a national search. But I know why they did what they did because of the recruiting. Because now you got to pull the trigger on recruits and stuff now quicker. So you got to have a coach in place that can go into these living rooms and convince these kids to come to Ohio State.
Yeah.
Correct.
And they've already lost, like Diamondback pointed out, they did lose 2 recruits here recently. You're going to lose recruits whenever you get a new
whenever
coach.
you get a new coach.
Especially when Urban Meyer retires.
Yeah.
You know, when you lose an Urban Meyer, all of a sudden kids are going to be like, "Ooh, wait a minute." And this, like you said, Lewis, it's a good point. Ryan Day is an unproven commodity.
Yep.
He probably gets this year. He probably gets a mulligan this year per se. Ohio State fans, I mean, they may take some L's this year, but after that, I mean, you know, I think you know as well as I do. You've lived in this town long enough. I mean,
I've been here a
you
while.
may be able to take a down season, but you can't make it a pattern. You know, if it comes 2 or 3, then you got a problem.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think that, like, the Luke Fickle thing, I don't think they were ever, like, planning on sticking with that, and I'm happy for Luke now he's down in Cincinnati. Hope he gets that going good and all that kind of thing, and maybe someday he'll be a head coach at a bigger program. And we just wait and see what happens with Ryan Day.
Yep.
So, well, Lewis, I do want to thank you for calling in, and, of course, watching us.
Thanks for letting me call in. I finally got a hold of you, man.
Yeah.
Keep doing what y'all doing, because I like what y'all are doing, man. So keep doing what you're doing, and good luck with everything, man.
All right.
Personally.
Thanks, I appreciate that, brother.
Thank you.
All right, take it easy, Lewis.
Take care, y'all.
I'll talk
Enjoy.
to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye. Okay, so that's a. I want to thank Lewis for calling in.
Thank
Very
you,
good
Lewis.
friend
Yes.
of mine. I've known him for almost as long as I've known you, about 19, 20 years now, and I was a roommate of his for a while.
Oh, okay.
So in between marriages, actually, I was roommates with Lewis.
Before you met Steph.
Yeah, I met Steph when I lived with him.
Okay.
Was roommates with him and his brother, Kurt.
Nice.
So, yeah. So, those were the championship games. Now, this Saturday, we got the Heisman Trophy coming up. We have 3 names. This is on ESPN.
Right.
On Saturday, we got Tua from Bama. It's all quarterbacks, by the way.
All quarterbacks.
All quarterbacks. What else to do, right? You got Kyler Murray from Oklahoma. And, of course, Mr. Haskins, Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins.
From The Ohio State University.
He's the dark horse, though.
He is the dark horse. He shouldn't be, but he is.
Unfortunately, he's got a lot of the stats go in his favor.
Absolutely.
The stats go in his favor.
He still won't win. The fix is in. It's going to be Bama.
You think it's going to be Tua?
The fix is
I
in.
think it's going to be Oklahoma. I
hope I'm wrong. I hope it's Ohio State, because our guy deserves it.
Yeah.
I might be a complete homer. I don't care. The fact of the matter is, he's got the stats behind him. He broke all kinds of Big Ten records this year. In fact, our boy Drew Brees is even not top anymore in the Big Ten. You know who is?
Dwayne Haskins. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This Dwayne has the stats, as I said, the following, and I absolutely, this kid is just phenomenal. Yeah. I don't see it. If you just went on stats, yes, he's got it hands down.
Yeah.
But it comes down to eye test too, and unfortunately he struggled. That Purdue loss is what's going to do, and what's going to lose Tua is going to be that Georgia game. He looked like crap. He just looked like. I'm going to say it. He looked like shit.
Kyler Murray might win this whole thing
because of
that game.
That game.
And also, you have to take Haskins out a little bit because of the game against Purdue. Now, granted, the whole team looked bad that day. Not just Haskins.
Right.
But Haskins threw a couple interceptions in that game. Didn't look good overall. Had a bad game, but so did the entire team.
Yeah.
For real. I mean, that game against Purdue, it's like I said before, last year it was Iowa that caused Ohio State to Final Four. This year was Purdue. Buckeye fans can cry about that all they want. Those are the facts. They don't deserve to be in the Final Four.
Yep.
Based on that. Personally, yeah, of course I'm rooting for Haskins to win the Heisman Trophy. I will be shocked if he does.
Yeah, no, I will be shocked if he does too, but
if you only look at stats in this game,
he's got it hands down.
He's got it hands down.
He
should win.
But it comes down to the stats and how you played every game and how you looked in every game.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just
well, it's obvious.
That's just the way it always has been.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, some people already voted before the championship week.
Yeah.
You know, they made that announcement on I think it was ABC.
Help
well, that's going to help Tua big time.
Yeah.
You know,
I tell you what,
they said like they said it was like 10 or 15% of the votes were already in for the Heisman.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of stupid too. Wait until all the games have been played.
Wait until
they shouldn't even be allowed to vote until all the games have been played.
Correct. Yeah.
So,
if you still have a game out there, or there's a candidate that's available or out there that still has a game,
yeah.
No votes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No votes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree with that. I mean, I just feel like here's the thing to me is this should come down to stats. It should come down to who put up the most points, who put up the most yards, the most touchdowns, who had the least amount of interceptions, all of that type of thing. And we both know who the answer to that question is. Yeah. However, he's probably going to finish third.
He's probably, yeah, he's going to.
Which I think is the stupidest thing in the world. And again, the fix is in against Ohio State.
Now he beat records that were set in the Big Ten by Drew Brees, correct?
Yeah, crushed him.
And I'm sorry, who did Drew Brees play for?
Oh, Purdue.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to point
Purdue,
that out. At least you guys beat Purdue in something. Anyways,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Fine. That's fine. No, that's fine. I mean, you're right.
Got to take a little jab there, but no, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to come down to
playing Purdue. I think you guys were playing all the Sisters of the Poor. Anyway, no, that was the following week when you got your bye week. What is this with Alabama getting 2 bye weeks before they play Auburn anyway every year? You get
we played.
You get your real bye week, and then you play your Sisters of the Poor game, and then you play Auburn.
No, we had our bye week. We played LSU, then we played Citadel.
Okay, whatever. Either way.
No, we only get 1 bye week with.
Actually, get 2. So you get a bye week the week before Auburn.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I wish they would get rid of it. You know, that's been a rant of mine. So I just wish it would get rid of it.
I mean, the fact of the matter is though that for crying out loud, you get basically 2 bye weeks every season. No one talks about the fact that Alabama's schedule overall was nothing compared to Ohio State, and still doesn't matter. So I agree though, Ohio State should have beat Purdue. So, but Haskins also should win the Heisman Trophy. And I know I'm being a homer. I don't care. Fact of the matter is he was the best quarterback all season long, had the best stats, broke records, did all this other kind of stuff. He's going to be a great pro if he gets to the right team. Looks like the Raiders want to draft him from what I've heard. If he goes pro. It'll be interesting to play in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
To live in Las Vegas. Not a bad life, Mr. Haskins.
Nope, not bad at all.
So, yeah, I couldn't blame him if he goes, like I said before. But my pick, Dwayne Haskins, probably going to be Murray that wins it.
I'm just going to be a homer, and I'm going to take Tua, but that's just me being a homer. But I'm being realistic as far as who I think's going to win it.
Tua's the best Bama quarterback I've seen in 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, the time period that we've known each other, Tua's the best quarterback that Bama's had during that stretch.
we've had some great quarterbacks, but they've just been great college quarterbacks.
Yes.
Tua's going to be.
Tua could be in the pros too. I think he will be.
He will be in the pros, and I'm not taking anything from McElroy or any of the other.
McElroy was as close as you've had.
Close as we've had. Yeah. This guy is a number 1 worthy pick.
Yes.
Tua is.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. He is number 1 worthy. I think McElroy went pretty low on the totem pole. I think he actually went in the 7th round.
Yeah.
So I mean, and he's been decent. You know. Matter of fact, he's out there playing for Mr. Las Vegas. I'm sorry.
Oh, with the Raiders?
Yeah.
McElroy's with the Raiders now?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought he was still with Cincinnati. Okay.
Oh, no. He was traded to the Jets, and the Jets traded him over to...
There we go. Okay. So, I mean, that's as close, though, as Alabama's had.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying Ohio State's let it up either with NFL quarterbacks, because they really haven't, as far as that's concerned. But I still feel like, I mean, I don't know. I have to wait and see. All 3 of these guys will probably be in the NFL.
Oh, yes.
And
definitely.
probably all be drafted in the first 10 picks this next year. So, but, and of course there's the Heisman Trophy curse. So maybe you want Murray to win it.
Well,
it's an Oklahoma player.
No, that curse was actually broken. And I'm going to tell you who it was broken by. Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram. Well, okay, that's been one. Quarterbacks have struggled after winning the Heisman.
Yeah. Well,
So,
he might not be playing because
there's our Final Four. Notre Dame versus Clemson on the 29th at 4 p.m. And then Oklahoma versus Bama on the 29th at 8 p.m. Both games on ESPN, of course. So, those games right there, of course, we're going to pick these later on.
Yeah, we're going to pick these next week. And I think we need to not just pick them. I think we need to rank these in our. We're going to rank them.
We're going to rank them.
And all that. And
only now we get to share it with our audience.
Yes, we get to share it with the audience and have a little bit of fun with this because, especially now as with YouTube, I've got another viewer on YouTube here. I've had a couple people. Cannolis come in and said hi and
I've
left.
had people coming in and out all night long.
So,
on Facebook, so
good. I mean, this is actually a good thing.
We do have one game this weekend: Navy versus Army. It's at 3 o'clock on CBS. Who you got in that matchup there, Diamondback?
Air Force.
Air Force is going to win, and they're not playing.
They're not playing.
So, this is a typical Diamondback pick. For those of you who don't know, he's always done stuff like this. I'm just picking the team that scores the most points. If you caught my short right before the...
I do believe Navy's already wrapped up the...
Yeah, I believe they have, yeah.
Yeah,
the Admiral Cup?
No, it's the... Commander-in-Chief Trophy. I think they've already wrapped it up because they just absolutely crushed Air Force.
Yeah.
And Army lost to Air Force. So that's
okay. Well, Navy's
Navy's already got it.
Army's like 2-8 and Navy's like 8-3.
Army would have to beat them 100-0.
Right. To
get
have a shot.
To get it.
Even then, they still might not get it.
No.
So I usually don't. I sometimes watch this game. What I will do usually is turn it on and see if it's snowing. Because if it's snowing, then I'm going to watch it.
Just because it's good football.
Just because it's snow football.
Snow football.
I love snow football. We had it a few weeks ago. If you caught that...
the frozen tundra.
Apple Cup between Washington and Washington State. That was a snow game. Beautiful, beautiful. Before we switch to pro football, I want to point out one more thing about the world of college football before we switch.
Okay.
We'll have more to talk about in college football next week because we're going to make our picks this week.
Yes.
And rank them for the bowl games. Including the championship.
There's like 36 games. I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet.
We'll have to figure out if
36
we want
games.
to put points on our matchup of the championship game. How we're going to do that. But
I think we need to pick them, and then when it comes down to the actual championship game, we pick that and we risk what we want to risk.
Right. Oh wow. Okay.
So that way we actually still have a chance to.
Yeah.
Even if we didn't pick the right two teams, if you didn't pick the right two teams, you still have a chance because you can pick that game later.
Yeah. Okay. I like that idea. So
that's something we've never done in the past.
I wanted to point out one more thing.
What's that?
About Meat Chicken.
They lost.
Two losses this year. Look who they lost to: Notre Dame and Ohio State. My two favorite teams. My rival, the team I hate the most. Loses 2 games.
Todd.
And who do they lose to? Notre Dame and Ohio State.
Yep.
I love it. Hi, Todd. So, and make this announcement right now before we go to what will be maybe our last segment. We're going to talk about the NFL next. That phone number, 614-996-8389. That's once again, 614-996-8389. That's the hashtag Save the Crew phone line. That's our new phone number.
New phone number.
And Lewis got through on it, so it works.
Yes.
If Lewis can get through on it, it definitely works.
Awesome.
I'll say that about you, Lewis.
So
this
is going to be a short break. Because we did go a little long on this one.
Yeah.
We are, as I said, we are trying to get this a little bit more of a production. Trying to get our segments to be a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
And
we get talking college and pro football.
We all, but that's what we know. I mean, that's where my knowledge comes from. I'm really stupid in the other categories out there, but I'm actually going to have fun learning about others. So, anyways, let's get ready for the break. I'll let you take us into that.
All right, and once again, this is the Forces Money Productions of the iconic Drew and Diamondback Sports Opinion Show, and we'll be right back with pro football. Going to touch on the Kareem Hunt situation and talk about some games coming up and maybe a rant or two.
Get a haircut and get a real job.
Are you getting shaggy? When you go home to visit your mom, does she say, "Who is the new girl?" Well, this is the iconic Drew, and every time I need a haircut, I go see Todd at Todd's Barbershop. There are always sports on the TVs, and everyone gives their opinion on sports. sometimes even topics from the iconic Drew and cast of characters sports opinion show. Todd has been cutting hair for over 18 years, and he's very personable. He will give his opinion on sports and anything else we're discussing. If you want to get a great haircut at an old-fashioned barbershop, go see Todd the Barber at Todd's Barbershop, located at 3867 Latimer Street, Hilliard, Ohio, in the heart of downtown Hilliard, near Columbus, Ohio. Hours are Tuesday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Thursday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and then on Saturday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Closed on Sunday and Monday because Todd is a family man. So if you need a haircut, do what the iconic Drew would do. Go see Todd at Todd's Barbershop.
Todd's going to come see you. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Ferocious Money Productions presents the iconic Drew and Diamondback Sports Opinion Show. You can see us on my Facebook page right now and on LMS.DiamondbAcK. And within 24 hours from now, you'll be able to see us on the iconic Drew. Not the iconic Drew, it's just actually iconic Drew. If you search that on YouTube, just type in iconic Drew, and you'll see our show from tonight. Should be on there about this time tomorrow night. Giving Diamondback plenty of time. Eventually, we'll be able to simulcast this whole thing and have two channels going at the same time there, so we can do LMS.DiamondbAcK and iconic Drew. But right now, tonight, we've just got me on Facebook and LMS.DiamondbAcK. Again, tomorrow night, you want to spend your Friday evening or maybe Saturday morning, you can check out iconic Drew on YouTube. That'll be fun for you. So, again, that phone number, 614-996-8389. That is 614-996-8389. Awesome. And that is the hashtag Save the Crew phone line.
Yep.
So as we go to pro football.
Pro football.
Quick update on the Columbus Blue Jackets. Score still 2-1. Go Jackets. With 15 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the second period.
Second period.
All
right.
Period. We're in the second period now. They play 3 20-minute periods.
3 20-minute periods.
That
I do know.
That much he's got.
I do know. I do not sit and wait for the fourth period.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't done that. I think you said you had a friend that did that once.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And thought there was a fourth period being a fourth quarter.
Yeah.
No.
There's 3 20-minute periods. We have to leave now.
We have to go.
So we'll have to come back another time.
Yeah.
They'll be more hot.
Fueless Bueller would step in and go, "You're still here?"
Bueller. Anyway, so we have to touch on this incident a little bit just because it did happen. We're talking about the NFL now. We're talking about Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
Running back for the Kansas City Chiefs.
What a jerk.
Former running back for the Kansas City Chiefs. And yeah, what a jerk. Sums it up, Diamondback. I'm not even sure we need to touch it other than that.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, this guy, first of all, anyone, and we don't try to get into politics too much on this show, but any guy who puts his hands on a female like that, hits her like that, and then kicks her, first of all, deserves the book thrown at him for the situation that happened, number one, and then number two, definitely does not deserve to play football anymore, pro football. The only rumor I heard the next day after this came out, after he was released, was that the Cleveland Browns were thinking about talking to him.
Say what?
Right.
Now I have another reason to hate the Browns.
Right. However, I've not heard any follow-up on that happened.
I'm pretty sure they withdrew from that.
The GM at Cleveland was the GM at KC, and he drafted Kareem Hunt.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he just wanted to talk to him as a person and not as a player. I don't know. You know, I do know that that rumor was out there. Kareem is not in the NFL right now. Certainly does not deserve to be.
No. This is I don't really want to get into it.
So yeah, I know. We just need to touch on it for a second.
Okay.
So Todd is saying that my mic is very low on YouTube.
Yes.
I think it's a conspiracy, Todd.
It is a conspiracy right now. We are actually having some mic trouble with mic issues right now. When you are talking, I am noticing. That's why I keep looking over at my screen here to see what's going on with that. So hopefully we can get that actually fixed by the next episode.
Yeah, everything's just a dry run. We're going to get better as it goes along. as far as all that goes, we definitely appreciate people pointing things out as the show goes on here.
Please.
And, I mean, we need all the help we can get. We're both, you know, it's my IT guy over here. Diamondback and I have been friends for over 20 years. And appreciate his help along the way here, of course, and then being willing to co-host with me. Of course, everybody knows this is my passion. It's what I want to do. And if I could wake up every morning going, oh, man, I get to go to a station and talk sports today.
Yeah.
I woke up today excited because we have not done this for about a month.
No, that's...
And I woke up and was like, oh, my goodness, I get to go talk sports tonight.
Right.
You know, at well, I thought we were going to say an undisclosed location. However, this is like
we are the top.
We are broadcasting from the top of Diamondback's basement.
Yes.
So, how about that? Like I said, it's like Wayne's World. So, love
Wayne's World.
Loving life.
All right.
So, I'm gonna rant for a second.
Uh-oh. Hold on there.
If that's okay with you, Diamondback.
No, it's not okay with me because you didn't give me a heads up.
Well, and I've told you what my background to be. I like that. That's pretty good right there. So I want to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm wearing the shirt tonight. I'm a fan. They're in my background. I will always be a Steeler fan. 2 weeks ago, though, this team was primed and ready to be a number 1 or number 2 seed in the playoffs. All they had to do was keep winning, and they'd be there. So what do? They go to Denver, and they lose to the Denver freaking Broncos. And why did they lose? They turned the ball over 3 times inside the red zone. 3 freaking times. Are you out of your freaking mind? I couldn't believe it. They give the game away to Denver. And then last week, they play the Los Angeles Chargers. A better team, but they get them in Pittsburgh. So possibly they have a shot at winning because they're in Pittsburgh. They get up 23-7 at home and lose 33-30 to the Chargers. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers are a number 4 seed in the rankings, which means they got to go on the road eventually. Number 4 seed, only 1 game ahead of Baltimore. The lowly Ravens are 1 game behind the Pittsburgh Steelers and can now steal the division from the Steelers. If that were to happen, the Steelers might not even make the playoffs. So you go from being a 1 or 2 to out. Because you can't win at Denver and you can't close out at home? What the heck is that all about? I cannot believe that this team has put themselves in a position where they might not even make the playoffs. All right, I'm done.
Done?
That's
all right. So.
Yeah, as a fan of the Falcons, I don't even know what you could really say.
Well, when we get there, trust me, that's going to be mine. I'm just going to foreshadow that one right now. But, yeah, I can see why you're angry. But, you know, you better learn to win on the road.
Yeah.
Because right now, path leads through Kansas City.
Yeah. Yeah.
It leads through Kansas City.
They could have led through Pittsburgh. All they had to do was keep winning.
Yeah.
And they didn't. You know? And granted, they probably would have got number 2 seed at best.
Because Kansas City.
To win at KC.
Yeah. Kansas City
but you know what? I don't fear KC. I know they're a good team. There's one team in the AFC I fear. As long as Belichick and Brady are coaching and playing, Pittsburgh cannot win at New England. Here's a little factoid for you. They will lose. They will lose if they have to play at New England in the playoffs. Forget about it. It's over.
It's over.
They can't beat that team, especially in New England. So it's just not. It's not going to happen.
Well, again, I understand your frustration, but
I mean, the fact of the matter is, anything less than a Super Bowl win is a bad year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the standard.
That's a standard, and that's
6 championships will get you that.
People would sit there and look at you, should look at you as a bandwagon fan, as an Ohio State fan, as a Pittsburgh fan.
Because we win a lot.
You know, I just don't, I just don't get it. With your other sports, where you go with those. But with those two, I can see where people would call you a bandwagon fan.
Right. I've been a fan of those 2 teams forever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do feel like, the Steelers, I mean, like I said, that golden opportunity right in front of them, and they could not do it. Those 2 games, they should have won them both. Right now, they would have a much better record right now. The Pittsburgh Steelers are at 7-4-1, so it'd be 9-2-1.
All right.
Which is a much better spot to be in. You know, it's about winning in this league, Diamondback.
Is it about winning?
Yeah, it's about winning.
It's about winning.
It's about winning.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All
I mean,
right.
this reminds me of the Two Men and a Kid show when Charlie Sheen was going off the show and he was going, winning. Anyway,
winning.
So it was all about that, winning.
Wow.
But no, I feel like I said, the Steelers missed a golden opportunity there. Hopefully, get by Oakland this week and see what happens from there.
Now, so where do we go from here on this one?
Well, where do we go from here? I think it's time.
You think it's time?
For the Diamondback rant.
Well, we are just going to have that then. So, everybody knows I'm a Falcons fan. I absolutely love the Falcons and everything like that. But what I don't love is that out of the past 3 years, you've won 3 games out of the AFC. 3. That's it. You won 1 game last year against the Jets. And this year, you went 0-for against the AFC. 0-for. What's your problem? You got all this talent. Talent from one side to the other. I know you're banged up on defense. I don't like using that as an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. Oh, the team's banged up. You know what? The team needs to be banged up, but the other team members need to step up where the team members are banged up. It's just the way it is. You know, it's part of football. You're going to have injuries. Why are you going to have injuries? You're beating the hell out of each other. No. You got talent on offense. You should be running the score up. You're going to be like, look, you're going to beat us. Yes, you're going to score because our defense can't stop you because it's banged up. But our offense should be putting points on the board. Our offense should be putting... I'm sorry, you got a quarterback that's just one step away from being elite. You know, and what'll make him elite is a ring. You got Calvin Ridley. You got Julio Jones. Come on. You know, you got a decent running back. Come on, you got this talent. Anger.
All right, so Diamondback. I don't know if my mic's back on or not, but
it's back on.
Diamondback upset about the Falcons underachieving, which I can get that. I mean, what are the Falcons now? They are. I got them right here. The Falcons are 4-8. I probably didn't need to remind you of that. So,
no,
we gotta let Diamondback cool off here for a moment. I'm calling an audible on the show. Diamondback doesn't know this. I'm just kind of throwing stuff here because this is what Iconic Drew does. By the way, before I do this audible, though, our phone number, once again, 614-996-8389. When we come back from this short break, we are going to talk about the NBA and NHL for just a moment. Then we'll take another short break and go back to the NFL. Why? Because we can.
We're going to go to the NHL, you say, after this break?
NHL and NBA after this break.
Okay.
So, and once again, that update on the NHL game right now, the one that matters. The Blue Jackets are beating the Flyers 2-1 with 8 minutes and 37 seconds to go. Go Jackets! And this is the Iconic Drew and Diamondback here on Ferocious Bunny Productions presents the Iconic Drew and Diamondback Sports Opinion Show. And we'll be right back right after this quick commercial.
It's actually a little bit longer of a commercial. Oh, come on.
Buddy,
You could unite our worlds one day. Milan, let me see you.
I'm not a king. I'm nobody.
You are part of something deeper.
I can see that. Can you?
That was awesome.
Atlantis has always had a king. Now it needs something more.
But what could be greater than a king?
A hero.
Aquaman. This is gonna be fun. Rated PG-13. See the new extended video on YouTube now.
The beast has awakened.
There we go.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the iconic Drew and Diamondback Sports Opinion Show here on the Ferocious Bunny Productions Presents. I got to get that in there first, but we're working on that. So,
FBP.
During this break, we're going to talk about the NBA, National Basketball Association, and the National Hockey League.
So which one are you starting with?
Well, we're going to start with the NBA.
All right.
And I got switched over to being a Piston fan now. I like that. So, once again, you can see me on Facebook right now, or us on Facebook, and then LMS.Diamondback for YouTube, and then within 24 hours or right around that time, you'll be able to check out, if you go to YouTube, just put in Iconic Drew, you'll be able to watch us there as well. Yes. Eventually, we're going to be able to do this on 2 channels, and that'll be pretty awesome because
yes, as soon as I figure out the simulcasting.
Simulcast, yeah.
Now, I did like to real quick say that with the commercials that I'm running, you're going to notice that we're doing a little bit of
no, Dave, I cannot. No.
Movie things. This is not really anything we're really promoting. It's just things that we want to see. Yeah. This week it happens to be mine because I didn't really get Andy's. If there's any movies coming out there. Oh, I'm sorry, the Iconic Drews. There. So, anyways, that's where we're at. That's why you're seeing those on my YouTube channel and why you're hearing it here.
So, going to the NBA Eastern Conference, we're going to just look at who's in first. The Toronto Raptors are 21-5, 3.5 games ahead of the Milwaukee Bucks. Meanwhile, my Detroit Pistons are 13-9 and 6 games out. So, go Pistons. Hopefully, they can at least find themselves in the playoffs this year. We mentioned the Cavs earlier. No reason to do so again. On the other side of the Eastern Conference, you've got the Washington Wizards at 11-14. I'm sorry, that's not the other side. That's just down below the line there. My bad on that. So Toronto and then Milwaukee, and like I said, Detroit is 6 games out. Out west, what we got going out west in the NBA, Diamondback? Do you know?
You said that LeBron James went out there.
He did. He plays for the Los Angeles Lakers now.
Oh, okay.
The Denver Nuggets are 17-7, and they are a half game ahead of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Meanwhile, your Clippers are only a game back there, Diamondback.
The Clippers?
Your Clippers are only.
Why are they my Clippers?
I don't know. Now, how about those Lakers?
It's Atlanta.
The Lakers are 15-9 and 2 games out. And let's see where the Atlanta Hawks are at. I forgot to mention them.
Yeah. Yeah, I see.
The Atlanta Hawks. I see that on the green screen. Yeah. The Atlanta Hawks are in dead last. 5-20. Yeah. 15.5 games out of first place.
They're taking a page out of the Atlanta Falcons.
Right. So how about that? So there's your NBA standings as of right now. Now we're going to flip this over to the NHL.
NHL.
Why? Because we can.
Oh,
that's
here we go.
So let's look at the standings in the NHL.
Let's see.
While we're doing that, let's go over here and see what the score is. And currently now with 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go, the Columbus Blue Jackets are still ahead of the Philadelphia Flyers 2-1.
2-1.
2-1. So looking at the NHL standings, first place in the East, the Eastern Atlantic Division, is the Tampa Bay Lightning.
TB.
Tampa Bay Lightning. Right behind them is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Metropolitan Division has the Washington Capitals in first, featuring your Columbus Blue Jackets in second. So they're coming up.
Yeah, from what I'm understanding,
they play each other this week.
They play each other this week.
Right. Yeah, we mentioned that earlier during your house.
All right.
It's nice to see that you were actually paying attention during that segment this time, because you usually don't.
Well, I mean, got a lot going on my side now, so.
There's no excuses for that. So, then out west, you want to know who's winning out west in the NHL?
I have an idea.
Do you?
Yeah.
Who do you think?
I do believe Calgary's up there.
Calgary is in first place in the Pacific, with the Anaheim Ducks right behind them. And then in the Western Conference Central, the Nashville Predators are in first, followed by the Colorado Avalanche. Boo on both of those. I can't stand either one of those teams. Somebody's got to take over.
Where's Edmonton at in this?
Oh, Edmonton.
Where's the Oilers at?
Wow, I can't even find them. They're so far down. No, they are in 5th place.
5th place
in the Western Conference Pacific.
In the Pacific. Yeah. The reason I asked is that's Killer's team.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah,
I knew that's why you asked.
Yeah, I had to ask.
But meanwhile, the game is soon to get underway between the Jags and Titans. That's the NFL, folks. And when we come back from this break, we will switch back to the National Football League. This is an Ferocious Money Productions presents the iconic Drew and DiamondBack Sports Opinion Show. And that was an update for the National Basketball Association and the National Hockey League.
Awesome.
We're right back with the NFL.
Has your better half ever told you look like a bad chia pet? Does she make you sleep on the couch? Does she confuse you with the dog? Then maybe it's time for a haircut. Hi, I'm the Diamondback, and when this happens to me, I go see Todd the barber at Todd's Barber Shop. Todd always has sports on TV and great sports topics being discussed between Todd and the other patrons. Todd's been cutting hair for over 18 years and very personable. He will give you his opinion about sports and other topics of discussion, always guaranteed to make you laugh. Todd is located at 3867 Latimer Street, Hilliard, Ohio, in the heart of downtown Hilliard. His hours of operation are Tuesday 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., Wednesday 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., Thursday 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., Friday 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Saturday 7 a.m. to 1. Closed on Sunday and Monday, so when you need a haircut, follow the Diamondback's advice and go see Todd at Todd's Barber Shop.
All right, everybody, welcome back to A Ferocious Money Productions presents the iconic Drew and DiamondBack Sports Opinion Show. And now we get to talk about the National Football League.
Yeah, a little bit more in depth this
We're
time.
going to go back to it. Yeah, we did a little bit earlier, and then decided to cover the other two sports and go back to this.
Yeah, I mean, basically we just said, you know,
I called an audible.
Pittsburgh's screwing up and the Falcons just suck.
Yeah.
That's basically what that segment
was. And the other
was.
part of that segment really didn't matter because that guy's an idiot. So he doesn't deserve any more press.
Yep.
Or even to mention his name.
Nope.
And if he comes back in the league, oh my God, man, if he signs with Pittsburgh, I'm really going to have a rant to go on. Anyway.
You don't want your team to pick up somebody like this. You don't.
You don't want that.
You know, I'll go back to the whole Michael Vick thing. I was so happy when my team released him.
Yeah.
I really was. I mean, I'm proud, boom. But I'm glad he got another chance, and he did redeem himself in my opinion.
Once again, that phone number, 614-996-8389. That is 614-996-8389. That is the new hashtag Save the Crew phone line.
Correct.
And I'll tell you what, I'll just mention it one more time. If you guys missed this story on the Columbus Crew earlier, Google that after our show. Check that out. There's some exciting news for the Columbus Crew. And they are going to be in Columbus for years to come.
Years to come.
So that was awesome.
But I don't know too much more because all I was hearing. Are they thinking about changing the name, or are they going to keep the Crew?
I guess only time will tell on that. I've not heard different.
Okay, because I hope they don't take the Crew name away. I kind of like it. I kind of like the Crew name.
We have an update on the game between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh.
We're going to pick this game right now, so perhaps I should give this update after. No, we're probably going to both pick the same team anyway. Titans are up 7-0, 7-0, with 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the Jags now have the ball. So let's talk about that game. Let's go ahead and pick that since we already know a score there. I already had picked
the Titans.
Titans on this game. He's going the same way down.
Yeah, I'm going the same way on that.
Yeah. So Titans will probably win that game. We'll probably both get that. Here's the game. This is the VCR matchup of the week, folks. If you get a chance to set your recorder, your DVR, and watch this game later on, it's going to be an exciting matchup. You have the 3-9 Jets at the 4-8 Bills. Who you got in that matchup, Diamondback?
You said Jets against the Bills?
Yeah.
Give me the home team.
All right, we agree again. Take the Bills. I'll take the Bills all day long in that game, which means I'll probably lose by a lot. Okay. Then we have the 6-6 Panthers taking on the 4-7-1 Browns.
I'm rooting for the Browns in this. I'll go ahead and pick them. The heck with it.
All right. Hopefully the coughing is over for the iconic Drew.
I hope so.
We both have the Browns. I'm going to have to send you out with some water here in a minute.
I'll tell you what.
Okay, I'm done.
You done? You sure?
I hope. So, here's a matchup for you. The 4-8 Falcons. I don't think I wrote the record down right here. Is that right?
I don't know.
4-7-1 for the Packers. Are they that bad?
Yeah, they are that bad. But the Packers are a home team, so that is. I'm going to go ahead and take the Packs. And folks, I think I'm going to go ahead and.
I have the Pack as well.
You got the Packs as well. I'm going to go ahead and take another quick little break here. Both of us are kind of getting scratchy throats, and I'm going to go ahead and call the audible on this one. I'm sorry, Iconic.
Oh no, go for it.
Has your better half ever told you look like a bad chia pet? Does she make you sleep on the couch? Does she confuse you with the dog? Then maybe it's time for a haircut. Hi, I'm the Diamondback, and when this happens to me, I go see Todd the barber at Todd's Barber Shop. Todd always has sports on TV and great sports topics being discussed between Todd and the other patrons. Todd's been cutting hair for over 18 years and very personable. He will give you his opinion about sports and other topics of discussion, always guaranteed to make you laugh. Todd is located at 3867 Latimer Street, Hilliard, Ohio, in the heart of downtown Hilliard. His hours of operation are Tuesday 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., Wednesday 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., Thursday 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., Friday 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Saturday 7 a.m. to 1. Closed on Sunday and Monday, so when you need a haircut, follow the Diamondback's advice and go see Todd at Todd's Barber Shop.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the iconic Drew and Diamondback Sports Opinion Show. Just got to see the baseball ones there for a second.
Yes.
That was nice with my 4 teams. All challenging.
I was just gonna sit there, just do a text behind you going, pick a team.
Pick a team. No, not gonna happen. We'll be talking about that all summer. Anyhow. Anyways, yeah.
Do apologize for that, folks. Normally I have water. I normally have it already. Just was trying to get a lot of last-minute prep work for the production. So
I like those backgrounds. Those are cool.
It is pretty neat. It's pretty neat. And I wish your people on Facebook could see it, but they could see it right now by going to LMS.DiamondBack.
Yeah, because he can only do one
on
channel,
YouTube.
And he chose his.
Well, of course I chose mine.
The heck is that? You notice my name's first? Iconic Drew.
I see that.
Okay. Yeah, anyway.
I'm actually trying to get a third channel going, the Ferocious Money Productions, but I'm having a little bit of problem with that one.
Well, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Ferocious Bunny used to live down here.
Yes. Used to live right behind where you're sitting.
Yeah, I met the bunny.
Yes.
On the day of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, the game you don't remember. Anyway. So, hey, we were all rooting for the Falcons. It just didn't help. So, anyway, wow. I didn't mean to. Wasn't throwing shame.
Wow.
Too bad of shame, anyway. Back to the games. We both picked the Packers.
Yes.
And why not? Next game, 7-5 Ravens at the 10-2 Chiefs.
Give me the Chiefs.
We have not picked a game different yet. We will, because here it comes.
It's coming.
Here it comes.
Right now. You're saying it's coming now?
The 9-3 Patriots at the 6-6 Fins Dolphins.
I'm taking Patriots.
I got the Dolphins.
Oh, look at you. Taking a risk.
Taking a risk, thinking about the playoffs. Thinking if they can lose a game or two, maybe Pittsburgh slides back up.
Oh, so this is a heart pick.
This is a beyond heart pick. I hate the Patriots. We all know this. I'm a Steeler fan.
Next week, I might just put the Patriots behind yours.
I will come across the desk. I will Jim Rome you if that happens.
Wow.
Anyway.
Wow. That's all I'm going to say about that. Wow.
Then we have the 10-2 Saints traveling to the 5-7 Buccaneers.
My heart is wanting to pick the Bucks, but I'm taking the Saints.
Yep, me too. Now we can talk about Bob's team.
The Skins.
The Skins are 6-6 in their home against the New York Giants, who are 4-8.
Let's go with the Skins.
Skins, yeah, me too.
I thought about it, but no.
Then we have the 6-6 Colts traveling to the 8-3 Texans.
Wait, the Colts are 6-6?
Yeah.
Falcons, you suck.
Thought we already talked about that.
Yeah, we did, but I'm going.
At least your team is not underachieving. Well, yeah, they are.
Yeah, no. We're gonna go. Texans.
Texans, yeah, me too. I'll take the Texans as well. And we have an update from the Columbus Blue Jackets game. Blue Jackets are currently at Philly, and the second period is now over, and the score is still 2-1. Go Jackets. So there you go. Now the Jags update on the Titans versus Jags game.
Oh shit!
What the heck are you doing over there? Okay.
There you go.
Oh, he's got the game up. This is the Titans versus Jags game. Currently still 7-0 with 3:25 to go in the first quarter. I'm in hockey mode. Sorry about that. First quarter.
First period.
Yeah.
There is a fourth period in this case.
Yeah, there'll be a fourth quarter. In that game,
yes.
and it could end in a tie.
Yes.
So I'm going to keep that game up here because the other game's at the second intermission. All right. Bengals are 5-7, and they are at Chargers, who are 9-3.
Give me the Chargers.
No.
No. Why can't I not have the Chargers?
You're taking the Bengals.
No, I'm taking the Chargers.
Everybody heard you say Bengals.
Wow.
No, just kidding.
I got the mics fixed right now. You realize that?
Wow, this is cool. We're watching football live. I like this.
Hey,
And
I told you, my studio is going to rock. All right?
So Diamondback takes the Chargers as well. We got that down there.
All right.
Joking with you. Next game, we have the 6-6 Broncos at the 2-10 Niners.
Give me the Broncos.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a no-brainer. I don't even know why I paused there.
The 6-6 Eagles.
The Eagles.
At the 7-5. Oh, excuse me. The defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles travel to Dallas, who are 7-5.
Give me Dallas.
And we have another disagreement. I wonder who Killer's taking in that game. Have we heard from Killer tonight?
Well, Killer's actually in Calgary at this moment. He's traveled 2 hours behind us again.
Okay.
To go to Calgary for work. So I don't know if he's out there or not. He hasn't chimed in and said hey or anything like that yet.
Huh. Okay. Well, there we go. Now, the matchup of the week, the game everybody has to see. The 7-4-1 Pittsburgh Steelers travel to Oakland, take on the 2-10 Raiders. Who you got? He's going to take the Raiders to piss me off.
No, I'm taking Pittsburgh in this.
Wow. Yeah, I've got the Steelers as well. It's not a surprise. I do think they'll win this. They have to win this game.
If they lose this one, well, we know what next week's rant's going to be.
Yeah, and it's going to be even worse than the one. I mean, I'm going to be more pissed off than I was this week.
So I got to get the mics fixed for that.
Yeah, that would be nice. The 4-8 Lions travel to 3-9 Cards in the second DVR matchup of the week. Make sure you watch this one, folks.
Who's this?
The 4-8 Lions to 3-8 Cards, or 3-9 Cards.
They're at the Cardinals.
Yeah, they're at the Cardinals.
I'm going to take the road or the home team.
All right, so there's another disagreement. We're now at an odd number, which is what you want. I've got
That's what you
the
want.
Lions. Yeah, you don't have a tie. Can't have a tie if we have an odd number. Different.
It's football. It's NFL. You can have a tie.
You can have a tie in the NFL. The Lord knows we can into the tie. Whatever. Stupid NFL.
Yes, I still have you, Cannoli.
The 11-1 Rams travel to the 8-4 Bears. Now, I think this is a good matchup. This is your Sunday night matchup, by the way, everybody, on NBC. Which means Iconic Drew.
The Bears are playing who?
The Bears are hosting the LA Rams.
This is going to be a good game.
Yeah, it is.
That's going to be a good game. I'm going to go ahead and take the Rams.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Rams in this game, and I apologize to my nephew Matthew for that pick. Matthew is a huge
Bears fan. Yeah.
As we all know, anyone who listens to the show on a regular basis, and now it will be a regular basis again, knows that he's a Bears fan, also a loyal listener and watcher of the show. So he had to call me out last year when the Steelers lost to that team. That was my first rant ever. Was after that. Steelers Bears game, and it was also the night that Big Cass said I earned my name. I was the Iconic Drew from then on. He even referred to me as the Iconic Drew after that.
Oh, nice.
So sometimes you gotta, get your stripes.
Do I need to block the view from you?
No, man. I can talk and watch at the same time.
All right. I just letting you know.
Nice. Watch this hit here. Watch this hit.
Okay. Oh,
here he comes.
Ba-dum.
Oh. Nice.
Clean hit too. Nice clean hit. Clean hit.
Clean hit. He came in after the ball was there. And
no flag.
Him.
No flag. No target.
So, last game of the week, Monday night. This is another good matchup. Vikings are 6-5-1, taking on the 7-5 Hawks. It's in Seattle.
Seahawks have a what'd you say? 7-5. And the other team?
The Vikes are 6-5-1.
6-5-1.
Yeah.
Give me the Hawks.
Yeah, I took the Hawks as well. I mean, I feel like at home they're hard to beat, even when they're not good. So those are our NFL picks. When we come back from this next break, we will. It's my way of letting Diamondback know we're going to a break, as we're testing everything out tonight. It's gone pretty well overall. We've had a few glitches here and there, but that's okay. We'll work through those. Remember that phone number, everybody. The hashtag Save the Crew phone line, 614-996-8389. When we come back from this next break, we will preview next week's show. And we will wrap everything up for tonight, talk about all that, and we will just be back right after this break.
Awesome.
With that, on what? The Ferocious Money Productions presents the Iconic Drew and Diamondback Sports Opinion Show.
There you go. Let me Todd's commercial again.
Oh, why not?
Get a haircut and get a real job.
Has your better half ever told you look like a bad chia pet? Does she make you sleep on the couch? Does she confuse you with the dog? Then maybe it's time for a haircut. Hi, I'm the Diamondback, and when this happens to me, I go see Todd the barber at Todd's Barbershop. Todd always has sports on TV and great sports topics being discussed between Todd and the other patrons. Todd's been cutting hair for over 18 years and very personable. He will give you his opinion about sports and other topics of discussion, always guaranteed to make you laugh. Todd is located at 3867 Latimer Street, Hilliard, Ohio, in the heart of downtown Hilliard. His hours of operation are Tuesday 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., Wednesday 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., Thursday 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., Friday 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Saturday 7 a.m. to 1. Closed on Sunday and Monday, so when you need a haircut, follow the Diamondback's advice and go see Todd at Todd's Barbershop.
Okay.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Ferocious Money Productions presents the Iconic Drew and Diamondback Sports Opinion Show. And this is our first show at the luxurious studio, which is located
on top of the towers of my basement.
On top of the towers of Diamondback's basement.
Yes.
That's where we're broadcasting from and having a good time doing it.
Yes.
We've got a few kinks to work out. We'll work through all that stuff. It's going to get better as we go along because it always does. It's us. We always get better.
Yes.
We are like aged wine, better with time.
Us. It's gonna work out. Got to figure out these mics. I'm getting sound according to my my digital.
Skyline back.
Yeah, we got Skyline.
What is that?
Yeah.
I like that.
You know, we got. It's a big window now behind us.
Big window.
We got the big window.
Nice window.
Nice window. That we give everybody the whole view.
So next week, it's not a surprise. We're going to talk about college. We're going to be heavy on college football next week.
Yes, we're going to be heavy on college football.
We have to give the score of the Army-Navy game. That'll
Yes.
happen. That'll be brief.
You think that game will happen?
That game will happen.
Oh, okay.
And,
Rain or shine? Snow?
I think that it's football.
It's football.
So,
barring lightning, right? Lightning's the only thing they call.
yeah, that could happen. It'd be a shame if there's only one game and we don't get to talk about it because of the lightning storm. You know.
Oh, they stick around to
It's
do
the
it.
Commander Cup. Come on.
Commander in Chief.
You're Commander in Chief. You're
Trophy.
In the freaking. I'm gonna call it a cup.
No, it's a Commander in Chief trophy.
Okay, I'm gonna call it a cup. So, because it irritates you, I can see that Diamondback.
I'm just wondering which side Trump's going to sit on first, because at halftime he walks across and sits on the other side.
Oh, so this is something the president has to attend?
It is something they're supposed to attend.
Okay, well, it'll be interesting to see if he does, because there's been a couple of things. Never mind. That's politics. I'm not getting into that.
Oh, come on, you can.
No, I'm not getting into the politic thing. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Anyway.
Well, there's politics right there.
Yeah.
Where's your Ronald Reagan at? Huh? There's politics.
Well, I don't know, Nancy. I don't know where he went. Anyway, so, I don't know, Diamondback. Anyway,
Wow.
he was our first caller on the show. If you remember back to our first episode, he was our first caller.
First, yeah, for.
It was before the fold lines were working. Yeah. At all over there.
Nice.
So we had Reagan calling that night. But anyway, so we got a little off the rails there, but Diamondback finally did his job tonight and got to show off the rails a little bit. So anyway, we will broadcast the same time, I believe, next week, 7 to 9 Thursday night. Still work for you?
7 to 9. 7 to 9 works perfect.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, boom, and we'll.
When I leave Penny's, I might drop it back to Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see about that. We'll talk about that afterwards, because I want to throw something else at you. Maybe you'd like to keep it Thursday, but there's a reason I'm going to throw that at you tonight after we're done.
So next week we're going to be heavy on college football, and we will, both of us this week, will make our bowl picks, our bowl predictions.
Mm-hmm.
And we will rank them. There's 38, 39 games.
Yeah,
so you put your points on, the more confident you are to pick. So if you pick Ohio State and you're extremely confident, you put all 39 on
You put
them,
the 39.
Or whatever
You use each number once. So there's 39 games. You use 1 through 39.
Right.
You use each number once.
And you earn points for that, and then we're going to be able to risk those points on the
championship game.
Whatever
So I mean, we're
matchup
gonna pick. I think picking the game, who we think, out of our picks, and then on the actual game when we actually know the two teams, then we actually pick a team and risk our points.
And I agree with that. I think that's good. We'll also, of course, have the NFL update. We'll talk stories if anything happens this next week. We don't know right now. Anybody else retires? Nick Saban. No, that's not going to happen. So,
wow.
Boy, if I just predicted that, you'd be like, I did predict the Urban Meyer retirement.
Well, I had said, this is what I had said prior to the Michigan game. If Michigan would lose, or Michigan would win, Urban Meyer would come back next year, because he would not want to go out on a losing note.
To the rival.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
And I know we should talk about this when we were talking about Urban Meyer. 7-0 against Meat Chicken. That's going to be part of his legacy.
It's part of a legacy.
National championships. He's won, 3?
He's won 3 total. Yeah, 2 in Florida.
Ohio State.
1 at Ohio State. 1 against Ohio State.
Yeah, and one of those against Ohio State. So, how about that? Well, you've talked about it before, Diamondback. The fact that the last time Alabama lost to LSU, Nick Saban was their head coach.
No, the last time Alabama lost by 20.
Last time they lost by 20, I'm sorry.
Was Alabama lost, and that was to Nick Saban when he was at LSU.
Amazing. Yeah, that's just an amazing stat. It blows my mind. He can have both sides of that fight, I mean, really. Yeah, that's crazy. So anyway, of course we'll touch on the NBA. We'll touch on the NHL.
Yep.
If there's any more news in the crew, we'll talk about that.
I'll kind of take
getting that built. We'll update Ohio team stuff as always.
Yep.
Mostly going to be just Cavs and CBJ next week, because nobody else is really doing anything. Well, no, we'll have basketball and hockey from OSU, so we will have that. Although we won't have hockey, because as I mentioned in the Ohio teams update, they don't play until the 28th of December. So there'll be no OSU hockey update. They don't play until then.
Wow.
Yeah. So I guess
that's a huge hiatus.
Yeah. I'll double check on that, but that's what I saw earlier. Okay. So anyway, those will be the things we touch on. Like I said, the college part will be heavy next week. Heavier than this week. We did quite a bit on college football, but it'll be heavier next week. So there we go. And of course, this is always my least favorite part of the night because it's over once again. However, at least I get to look forward to doing it again next Thursday instead of waiting until another month has passed, like this last time.
Right.
That was hard. That was tough on the Iconic Drew, waiting it out for that time period. Glad we were able to do this.
Yeah, no.
Get this going again.
It was a bittersweet. We left the other radio station for reasons we don't need to get into.
Yeah. No need to talk about it now.
We're
not going to throw any shame at them.
Nope. No.
I want to thank them publicly for giving us
an opportunity to be there. They were great. But now we're on FBP Radio. That's what I think we need to start calling it.
Yep.
FBP Radio, just to get us started and get us kind of some call letters out there.
Right. Exactly. We'll get to that. Definitely we'll get to that and move in that direction. As far as that goes, we do want to thank our one caller tonight, Lewis.
The first WFBP caller.
Yes, the first caller. Good job, Lewis.
And
he couldn't get through over there for some reason. So I think he had the wrong number. To be honest, I think he had the wrong digits.
Well, it's a lot harder of a number. Unfortunately, I didn't get to pick the number, so.
Yeah.
If I would have
over there, he couldn't get those digits right.
Oh, he couldn't get those digits right?
I'm not sure what happened.
I can't even remember those digits.
I had it written down
because I actually changed
it. There you go. So, that's pretty much the show for tonight. I want to thank everybody for watching us on Facebook and LMS.DiamondBack.
Yes.
On YouTube. And remember, about roughly 24 hours from now, you'll be able to go to YouTube, put in Iconic Drew, and watch this there.
Yes.
You'll be able to see what we've been talking about on the green screens behind us.
Yes.
Because you can't see it on Facebook.
Unfortunately, I cannot. There's no way I can get anything
no, that's absolutely
going
fine.
on that.
And that's fine. That's why we want to direct everybody the YouTube way eventually. We'll get there. I might continue to do Facebook just because it's fun.
It's fun, yeah.
And watch for shorts this week. I'm sure I'll throw 2 or 3 of those in there.
Yep.
But we will see you all next week. This is the Iconic Drew and Diamondback Sports Opinion Show signing off. We'll let you say goodbye now, Diamondback.
And thank you all once again for tuning in to FBP Radio. And we're going to go from here. Thank you, and as always, enjoy.
Yes, and as Iconic Drew always says, keep watching sports. Talk to y'all next week.